Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. In today's video we are going to be changing our MTX Terminator box for a single ported, single sub box, and we are going to be swapping out our big and bulky, this is also an MTX amp. The reason I'm swapping out this amp is because every time I have it connected, since I do have an amp to the front speakers, you know, it does have a crossover, so once you plug it in, it just starts making noise to the front speakers and the tweeters, which is kind of annoying. It's engine noise. I know you can eliminate that. I used to eliminate it by just grounding off the RCAs on the back of the radio, but not really trying to do that anymore. Trying to go with a little bit smaller setup. This amp is big. I had this box for like 5 years now. It's just time to change it up a bit. We are going to still be using a single Kenwood, see how that runs. We might upgrade later on, but we're going to be going with something a little bit budget friendly. We're going to go to Walmart, unfortunately, and grab one of those Jensen amps, and we're going to go to Best Buy and get a single ported box today. But before we start that up, let me just show you guys real quick what kind of noise I've been talking about. Just going to plug it right back in. I don't even have to have the car on for it to start making a noise. We are going to clean up this wiring, maybe not. I might change it up again, but this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but like, it's pretty annoying. Give it gas, just whining right through the front speakers. Like I said, I used to eliminate the sound by just grounding RCAs in the back of the radio, but I'm not trying to take the radio out anymore. Shouldn't have to do that. The amp is pretty old, so I've had it in probably like 5 or 6 cars by now. It's just time to change it up, so we're gonna head to the store real quick and we're gonna go get that stuff. The amp is about $100, the box is about 50, so I'm gonna go pick that up and we're just gonna set it up and see how it sounds. Like I said, real quick, this is just like the noise you hear. Like, there's this bass going through the speakers in the trunk for no reason. I guess the amp is done. I mean, it still works if I have the amp by itself, but I'm not trying to do that anymore. Yeah, there's just like bass going back there. There's not even anything playing. It's paused, as you can see right there, and there's just bass going through the speakers for no reason. As soon as I put the car in reverse, you just hear the bass. It's annoying. Like, throw in reverse, boom, got a bunch of bass for no reason. I know you guys can hear that. That's just annoying. So we're just gonna try to eliminate that today. Let's head to the store now and let's go pick up that stuff. Should be the box we're looking for. It's actually up there. Gotta get somebody to get it down. Alright, so we picked up our box from Best Buy, which was actually, I would say, it was $68. We got our Jensen amp from Walmart, which was $105 after tax. They did have another amp there that claims to be 2,500 watts for $1 cheaper than this. But the guy I was talking to there actually said he purchased that amp and it burnt out in a week, which I probably believe. You pay for what, you know, you get what you pay for. But just for the size comparisons, this is a single ported box and this is a dual non-ported box. These subs are from Best Buy as well. They're probably rated for 1,000 watts max or peak, whatnot. But I'm gonna get this out of here real quick and we'll get to just comparing the sizes and everything, see what kind of quality this is against that box, and then we're going to get the sub out, install it into this one, then we'll get to installing the amp. But I'm going to get that out of here real quick and we'll go from there. Alright, so now that I got that all out, we're actually going to look at the box real quick, see what we get. I actually haven't seen a review yet on the 1,200 watt peak. But, I mean, it has all the standard stuff that the 1,000 watt has. Now, for this, we are going to try the one channel at 1 ohm, just to see what the highest we can get out of this thing is. But, Obviously has like its little Bluetooth features, change the colors, all your standard settings and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, just size comparison to the other amp, I mean, just to compare, there's a huge difference. I mean, this amp is a lot older. I mean, as technology gets, stuff does shrink, but it is an old MTX. About the same power rating. I mean, this is 1500 watts, but I don't even think it pushes anything close to that anymore. Yeah, but it just makes so much noise through the RCAs and everything. Even if you ground them, like I said previously, if you ground it, the noise does go away, but not completely. So we're gonna try this amp out, and we'll get it going. But you know, size comparison for what I want in there. I do have to clean up that wiring. Don't look at that. I just want to have a little bit more trunk space, and this is ported, so it should sound better than the dual. I mean, I know there is 2 subs in there, but this box is just old, big and bulky. Just trying to change the setup, but I'm gonna get that speaker out of there. I'm gonna unwrap this, and then we'll just compare the boxes real quick between a ported box and a non-ported box. Alright, now that we got one speaker out, let's just do a comparison. This is the MTX Terminator box, non-ported. So, I mean, non-ported obviously doesn't have a hole for it to vent or anything like that, but this is what the seal box is. Pretty much all you get. But with the ported box, I mean, it is tuned to a certain point, and they just overall sound better. They're able to vent and get more sound, push more sound out. So don't quote me on that 100%, but ported boxes do sound better at the end of the day than non-ported box. It all depends on what you're trying to run and what you're trying to get out of it. So we're gonna get this speaker installed real quick, and we're gonna hook up that amp and see what it sounds like. I mean, for $105, let's see what we get. Alright, now that I got the speaker all wired up, before I put the screws in, I actually like to get a bit and just to drill holes. It just prevents it from having like the carpet fray up when you're trying to screw it in. It'll kind of rip it sometimes or pull it off the glue, but it just makes it easier for the screws to go in afterwards, because I am going to use the screws from the MTX, and they are a bit bigger, so they're a bit bigger. I'm just going to vacuum that off real quick, but the MTX screws are actually, you know, they're a decent size, and they are Allen head, so I'm going to use that instead of just some basic screws. So these look better too, so gonna clean this up real quick and then just gonna screw this in. Alright, before you start just ramming in them screws, actually go on a crisscross pattern, just because some speakers do flex, and then you screw one side in and then you go to screw the other side in, and it's starting to flex, and then you go say I screw this side in, screw this side in, screw this right here in, and that side is lifted, and then when you go to screw this screw in, you can potentially strip it, and then you won't be able to use that hole anymore. So just gonna want to start on one side, just go to the other side, just gonna do it all the way around. There you go. Alright, so I did get that all cleaned up. I mean, that's the cleanest I could get it for right now. One thing I did notice, actually, is there's no actual manual adjustment on here as the old amp. It's all via Bluetooth. So, that being said, we're we're gonna have to connect the Bluetooth and go through settings just to adjust it how we like it. But before that, if you're new to all the speaker wiring and all that stuff, it does show you how you can bridge it. I actually have it bridged already. And different other ways you can set it up for different speakers. I mean, it's got for single sub, dual sub. It's even got 4 subs for some reason, which it's not powerful enough. But it's just an example, honestly. But yeah, we're gonna throw the box in here, power it up, see what it sounds like. I'm gonna have to actually download this app first so I can get my adjustment. Yeah, so I get my adjustment. It is bridged, so we're just gonna see how that works out for us right now. And that's what our sub and our amp looks like together. There's a lot more room in here now. Gonna leave the amp right there for now. I don't really want to screw any holes into the new box. But this is strictly just a budget setup. $105 amp, $50 sub if you want to include the speaker. I think it was another $49 from Best Buy. And, boxes from Best Buy. Your Walmart amp. Yeah, I mean, this was strictly just a budget setup. Just trying to clean up some room back here. Yeah, we're just gonna get right to it and see what this sounds like. Alright, so here's our little test. I don't know if it's gonna record it on the phone or not, but here's the Jensen amp with the Kenwood speaker and the Best Buy box. It hits pretty hard for a Walmart amp. This song don't sound that good anyways. Song kind of sucks. Sorry about the song. For my review, it is actually exceeds my expectations, honestly, because I thought I wasn't going to sound like anything, but it actually sounds way better than the other amp that I had in there. And I can't believe I'm saying that because the other amp was actually a name brand and it was way bigger, but I guess technology is changing and things are getting smaller, and that thing hits pretty good for what it is. And probably also has to do with the ported box as well, but for that amp being $105, it is not bad at all. Not bad. The Bluetooth settings aren't too bad. I couldn't really show you the Bluetooth settings because I'm using my phone to record and I can't show it at the same time. But for what? I would say $150 for a box and an amp. It's probably cheapest and probably the best setup you could have, actually, honestly, for the cheapest way. Speaker was like $40, so I would say like overall like $210 maybe, everything all together. It's not bad, honestly. Can't get any cheaper than that, honestly. People sell boxes with the speaker alone for $150. Yeah, amps $200-300. Not bad, honestly. We might try that other amp, the 2500 watt amp, and the speaker to go along with it. But for now, that's my overall review. I'm actually surprised, shocked at how hard it hits for a Walmart amp. Honestly, it's not bad at all. But till next time, guys, thank you for watching. If you got this far, please like, share, and subscribe. Trying to do the weekly thing. It's a little hard. But hopefully next week we'll have another video for you guys. I'm just going to keep going from there, guys. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.
Like a Hellcat.